Yo, what's the deal? What's the deal? It's your boy who is in though. I decided to do a video extra early. Do a couple videos. This is my boy Too Raw for Sports talking about I'm gonna do a two-part video because it's actually segueing. So Kyrie Irving, basically the report out there is saying that he disrespected Steve Nash. I'm gonna do a video on that, but I want to do a video about something that I've always believed since it happened, and it's been what, 10 plus years? It's been 15, yeah, it's been about 15 plus years since this happened. Kobe Bryant should have won the 2006 MVP, 05-06 MVP. There's no doubt about it, bro.
I apologize for being suckered in by the story about Kyrie, Steve Nash, and the MVPs. Apparently, that was a made-up story. Normally, I wouldn't.
Okay, well, I don't have to do a video on that because I didn't think it was real in the first place. But I said I was going to do a video on it. Just, you know what I'm saying, I was going to do some research, you know what I'm saying, before I did a video on it. So
fall for that. I fell for Ballsack Sports one time and didn't fall for it again. The reason why a lot of us fell for it this time is that you
can't fall for that, bro. You can't. Ballsack Sports is like, they will get you. They will get you. Whenever I see Ballsack Sports, I never, like, you know what I'm saying, I never take their junk serious.
We weren't directly getting the information from Ballsack Sports. We were quoting Olden Polynice, who supposedly, if you listen to the interview, talked as if though he was there when Steve Nash said this. All right, he's adamant about that. But apparently he was just regurgitating what he read on Ballsack Sports. And he got called out for that. So I'm going to take that video down. And I hate this because it's a shot at my credibility and other people's credibility. So I don't know what to, I don't know what to do on this point, man.
That's why I don't make videos on everything that I see. I go and research it and research it and research it and wait. Like when I hear a story, I'll wait a day or two to see if it's really credible or see where it came from. Like, that's another reason why I didn't report on the Kyrie and KD not being cool, because the media is saying that. The KD hasn't said anything. Kyrie didn't say anything. You know what I'm saying? And that's another reason why I haven't reported on a lot of these stories that I don't really know if they are credible or not. I could have made a video on the Kyrie and Steve Nash thing right then and there, but I didn't think the story was real, so I wanted to wait. And I was gonna wake up this morning and do some research and then make a video on it, but I don't have to.
I think these NBA players will be talking from their experience, like Eddie House and others. So I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna have to try, in the more salacious stories. Maybe we're gonna have to do a little bit more digging, even though you have to assume that these players are talking from first-hand experience. I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know, man. I'm really irritated at this one. Olden Polynice falling for some shit like that. But anyway, I still want to make a point in this video. All right. The point I want to make in this video is that I do believe that Kobe Bryant should have won MVP in 2005, 2006. I already talked about that before. Now, as far as both MVPs, no, that's a lie. As a matter of fact,
yeah, nah, I want to say both of them. No, because the year before they didn't make the playoffs, and Shaq, he was second in MVP. I think he had 23 and 10 or whatever. But he for sure should have won that 05-06 MVP. Like straight up, that should have been his, bro. And I believe the Tim Duncan one and the Dirk one should have been his. At least the Tim Duncan one should have been his in my eyes. You feel me? It's about the most valuable player. You feel me? I think they should change that to, you know what I'm saying, something different, because you could be the best player in the league, but you can't be the most valuable. Like,
the 2004-2005 season was the worst season that Kobe Bryant had during his prime. All right, during his prime. Not talking about the last couple of seasons when he was a shell of himself. 2004-2005 was Kobe Bryant's worst season. A lot of it had to do with the stress of going through the situation in Colorado. All right? But the team sucked that year. They missed the playoffs. And his play that year was subpar to what we normally saw from Kobe Bryant. So, no, he should not have won MVP in 2004-2005. If you just do your research, or if you remember that season, no. Now, 2005-2006, Kobe Bryant came back with a vengeance. All right? That was, in my opinion, the second worst roster for a Lakers team ever. I'm talking about since they've been in LA. I do think they had a worse roster during the Minneapolis Lakers years, but as the Los Angeles Lakers, since they've been in LA, that was the second worst roster they ever had, next to the year that Kareem won MVP and only won 40 games. Despite that,
I'm about to lose my mind. This is the Last Chance Alert. August 31st, Publishers Clearinghouse will be ready to award.
Kobe was able to take that team to the playoffs. A lot of people like to say, oh, well, Kobe blew a 3-1 lead against, the Steve Nash. I mean, people talk about, the Warriors blowing a 3-1 lead. Steph Curry blew a 3-1 lead, but Kobe blew a 3-1 lead. That ain't the same fucking thing at all.
At all, bro.
That just goes to show you don't know what the fuck you talking about. First of all...
Thank you, bro. For all you motherfuckers that be saying that, bro, it's not the same thing at all, bro. Curry, although I love Curry, they were the ultimate favorite, bro. 73-9. Whether you believe that was the best team or it's overrated, they were 73-9. Were the favorite. They were supposed to win, and they were in the finals. You think? Come on, bro. Switch Kobe with Curry on that squad. I guarantee you they win. I guarantee you they win. And if they do lose a game, it's gonna be maybe one, and they're gonna win 4-2. They're not, bro. No. Stop it, bro. Like, they wasn't even supposed to be in that series. They were a 7 seed. He had Chris Mims, Smush Parker, Kwame Brown, Shannon Brown. These was his teammates. He had Lamar Odom. He was nice. But stop.
You're talking about a team that won 73 goddamn games. A historic team blowing a 3-1 lead versus a team with the reigning MVP. The team that was supposed to be so superior to Kobe's team, which was, I think, the 7th seed that year. Imagine that. That's a terrible fucking roster. And they were the 7th seed. And they were up 3-1. They shouldn't even been up. They shouldn't have won a goddamn game. Let alone be up 3-1. That's the roster that had, like, Kwame Brown, I think, maybe. Who else was on that roster? Maybe Jordan Farmar.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about
Sasha
him.
Medvedenko.
Yep,
maybe Vladimir.
I forgot about him. Vladimir Romanovich. Like, these are the motherfuckers he was playing with, bro. and averaging 35 and carrying them to the playoffs, bro.
Rodmanovich, Smush Parker. I mean, the best player that he had on that team was Lamar Odom.
What I just say.
And just the amount of heavy lifting that he did. The league average for points that year was 97. That was going up. And yes, you know, perimeter players were helped by the rule changes. Absolutely. You know, a lot of players scoring averages, either scoring averages went up or shooting percentages went up. One of the two, all right? Or both. But Kobe did an unprecedented amount of heavy lifting for that team. The league average was 97 points a game. The Lakers averaged 99 points a game. Kobe averaged 35.4 points per game. To put that into perspective, when Michael Jordan averaged 37.1 points per game in 86-87, the Bulls averaged 108 points a game. Okay? When James Harden was averaging 36 points per game, his team was averaging 113 points a game. So Kobe was doing more heavy lifting than anybody. As a matter of fact, if you put by percentage of teams' points, if you put Kobe's performance in today's league, he would have averaged 40. If you do it by percentage of points back in 1961-62, he would average 45. If you put it by pace of game, it's the highest scoring season in the history of the NBA. 53 points a game.
You heard that? That's Wilt numbers. That's 06 Kobe. He projecting it over, you know what I'm saying, errors and everything. Basically, if you take the 35 points, you know what I'm saying, percentage of team points, and you put it in today's, he would average 40. Like, that's crazy. And I really believe that prime Kobe would average 40, 45 easy in this league, because he had a better three-point shot than MJ. I think MJ would average 40, 45 too, but he had a little bit better of a three-point shot than MJ.
If you put it against the pace of the early 1960s, I should say, he would average 53 points a game. It's a historic season. As time goes on, you know, more and more, yes, he should have won MVP that year. It should have been Kobe. I know Shaq says he should have won it. No, it should have been Kobe.
No. Like, I love Shaq, but no. Kobe should have won that one, bro. Like, and I believe he had a case for the next year. You feel me? The only difference is Dirk and his team won like 67 games. So he was on a crazy win pace. But Dirk numbers compared to Kobe numbers, it wasn't like Kobe definitely should have had the MVP back to back. But that 06 one, there's no way Kobe shouldn't have won MVP that year. Like, Steve Nash didn't deserve that one. I don't care what nobody says.
Now, 2004, 2005, I don't really have a problem with Steve Nash winning it that year, honestly. Was he the best player? No. But a lot of times the MVP is not necessarily the best player in the league. I mean, a lot of people don't believe you.
Is that right, huh? Imagine that. And this is the shit that people be talking about. Oh, he only got one MVP. Well, the MVP don't always go to the best player in the league, bro. Sometimes it does. Like when LeBron was getting his MVPs, he was the best player in the league. No cap. When Kobe got his MVP, he was the best player in the league. Still. He had already been the best player in the league a couple years, bro. Like, truth be told, from like 04, 05 to 2010, he was undisputably the best player in the world. Kobe had a 5-year stretch where he was the best player in the world. Like, no cap. Like, he was the best player in the world from like 05, 06 to... He had like a 5-year stretch where he was Yeah, 06, 07, 08, 09, 2010. And he had a 5-year stretch where he definitely was the best player in the world.
He's just the best player in the league, but he had a great season. In many ways, a historic season. Derrick Rose was not the best player in the league when he won the MVP, but the team had tremendous success. The Suns went from like 20-something wins, 29 wins or something, to 62 wins in 2004, 2005. Plus, Steve Nash's level of play improved considerably 2004, 2005. So I don't have a problem with him winning the MVP that year. Even though you could definitely make a case he should have went to some other players, but not Kobe that year. Maybe, LeBron, maybe, Dirk. I have to look at the season again. Maybe Tim Duncan should have won it again.
I believe that year, that's the year that Shaq actually probably should have won it. He had 22, and he had 22, I want to say 23, 12, and 5. He had the same numbers that Tim Duncan had the year he won it.
But at the end of the day, Kobe definitely should have won the MVP in 2005, 2006.
Thank you. That's all I wanted, like somebody who really feel my pain with that, bro. You feel me? Kobe Bryant should have won league MVP in 2006. And right now I'm about to give y'all numbers. Right before I get up out of here, I'm about to give y'all some numbers. So, Kobe, 35 points per game to 18. Rebounds, 5.3 to 4.2. Assists, Steve Nash, 10.5 to 4.5. Steals, Kobe, 1.8 to 0.8. Turnovers, Kobe, less turnovers. Field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, that's Steve Nash, 51%. But Kobe had 45%. And then 44% 3-point shooting to 35%. Like, he's only, like, field goal percentage and 3-point percentage is the only thing he's leading them in. And assists. And also, you know what I'm saying, he got the better seed. But he had the better team. So he should have had the better seed. He had Amari Stoudemire. He had, he had Leandro Barbosa over there. I think he had Grant Hill was over there at that time. I think Grant Hill was over there at that time. He had a couple players. So this is like another thing of proof that shows you that he should have won MVP. But yeah, man, it's been Who Is Hendo, man. I catch y'all. I'm out.